Hello, welcome to another Raggy's Beers, Wines and Spirits review. Today, reviewing Somersby Cider, made by Carlsberg. And the funny thing is, I can remember when this came out several years ago, obviously now, as Carlsberg's attempt to muscle in on the cider industry. Obviously, Heineken with their Strongbow brand dominate matters there. And the funny thing about this is also, this is a plastic bottle. So, it was on offer, it was either in bargains or B&M, might be in bargains actually. And obviously for the beer festival season, the festivals season, which would be round about now going onwards, you'd all be out there in your festivals drinking this and not dropping glass bottles anywhere. But obviously, no festivals. And I can't see there being any this year, you know. I would think it'd be strange. Although today the threat level's been reduced down to COVID threat level's been reduced down to 3, which is interesting because I think pubs and the rest of it, or the hospitality industry, is going to open on the 4th of July. And I also think that you can see how it's written that anything, the social distancing will come down to 1 metre, which will help not only the hospitality industry but also theme parks and a lot of other industries. So, very lightly sparkling. It's certainly not a fizzy. If you look down there, hardly any lacing going up. Golden pour in this light anyway. No head obviously, but you shouldn't really have a head on a cider. On the nose, very, very, very subtle apple nose. On the taste, obviously apple. What's the percentage? Bloody hell. My eyes. It looks like 4.2%. Yeah. There it is. It's on there somewhere. You can see it. Yeah. Where is it? Where is it? Yeah. Anyway, answers on a postcard. I think it's 4.2%. So not the strongest. I usually have my phone with me, but I left my phone in the house. So, not long finished work. Wife's gone to the cake shop. I thought, well, let's get a beer review on. It's the weekend, it's the Father's Day weekend. Not only that, I'm glad it's over. I'm glad I'm at home. Blooming late at work yesterday, so took my time back today. Oh. So, as with any cider, it's going to be crisp, it's going to be refreshing. If it's not, then like lagers and ciders, that is what they should be. They're meant to quench your thirst. Obviously, whereas Strongbow is more sparkling, this is a little bit more on the still side, more slightly sparkling rather than sparkling. I mean, obviously, it's very appley. It's very middle of the road, in my opinion. It's not, obviously, it's not a strong cider, and it's not too strong in the taste of apple and that. For me, it's a crowd-pleasing, middle of the road cider. And there to go against your the Carling cider. I can't remember the bloody brand name now. Carling brought their own cider out. Heineken have already got Strongbow. So Carlsberg wanted to muscle in on the arena. You know, obviously business is business, isn't it? If you can muscle in. And I can remember it coming out in Sainsburys. I couldn't tell you the year for the life of me. But yeah, I can remember it coming out. And And then not long after, Sainsburys had a fallout with Carling, because all the Carling, it went, no, Carlsberg rather, sorry. Because Carlsberg, like Carling and Foster's, and the likes of Stella as well, all got big displays. Pallets, you had your crates, you had your cans, and then you had bottles or single cans if the brand did it. It came to it that all the Carlsberg crates were gone, and it came down to just a 4-pack on the shelf, and that was it. That was Carlsberg, and massive downgrading of them. I think since they've come back, but it's amazing how companies have little fallouts with each other's, and stuff disappears off the shelves. Just because something disappears from the shelves, it's not the fact that it's not being produced anymore. There's more than often than not the fact that there's been discussions and the price wasn't right, so it's like, well, all right then, we'll leave you be then. Or you've done Tesco's a better deal than you've done Sainsbury's, so yeah, stuff you. And you know, it does happen quite a bit. So, next week, it's supposed to be 27, 28 degrees. Can't wait. I've had enough of this bloody rain. Getting soaked at work, it's not fun. Yeah, looking forward to it. Looking forward to a few days off as well. I'm in work till 10 o'clock on Tuesday, 10:30. And then that's me done till Monday. So it's great. A nice long break. 2 breaks in a row actually. I've only just come back off a break, but that break was more because my anxiety levels were so very dangerously high that, you know, I don't think about doing silly things, but the other day I was lying there and I totally understood why people take their lives when anxiety, depression and stress get too much. I totally understand it. And not that I would, but you know, it's the closest I've come to dark thoughts, and yeah, luckily I'm over that now. I'm better than what I was, and I can see the roadmap for the future, and a good roadmap as well. 2 options, and we'll see where we go with both them options. That's in the jobs life, you know. Wait and see what happens, because you never know. It always, when you see work changing for the worse or for difference, it always pays to have that second option on the table and think to yourself, even in the middle of this coronavirus, even in the middle of this economy being devastated, although I think we will bounce back something brilliant, but in the end, but yeah, it always pays to have, you know, it always pays to be able to do, if you can do something else, do something else. I mean, for me really, if I could go self-employed, then I personally think I could do really well, because word of mouth, once people know that you do a good job and you're fair, work hard, and your prices are okay, you know, although I probably have to put my prices up, because obviously if you're paying for a car and a van, then, you know, I mean, I know that the company that I was offered a job for that I didn't go, he told me that it's £27 an hour per person they charge to do gardens. So it just goes to show you, flipping heck. Oh, so it's all about the apple really. Like I says, standard middle of the road cider. It's there to entice traditional apple cider drinkers into buying it. Obviously it was aimed to go up against the Strongbows and the Carling ciders, I can't remember the name of it, of this world. And probably Stella Cidre as well, you know, to muscle in on that territory. because they all did it round about the same time as well. Stella Cidre came out, Carlin did theirs, these did theirs, all trying to muscle in on Strongbow. And obviously there's a lot of different cider makers out there. There's an Instagram person called Amber Loves Cider, and she posts, she must drink a lot of cider by the way, but if she's watching this, but she's posting new ciders every day, so she obviously loves the ciders. And the amount of different ciders out there is staggering. Like the amount of beers. I mean, if we was to get one of each beer from around the country, I would need a beer wall the size of this shed and beyond. You know, there's literally thousands, probably tens of thousands of beers. It's got to be. And you look and you think every brewery's making 15 to 20 beers, and how many breweries there are, and how many breweries that you didn't know existed. I mean, there's breweries in Nottingham I've never heard of before. And they've got like 20 beers, and you think, bloody hell. Which I'll be reviewing some on my birthday, because I'm getting 25 new beers for my birthday off my wife. So that's nice. So yeah, middle of the road cider. It's there, like I've already said. Very subtle nose, really subtle. You could hardly smell the apple. Apple on the taste. Very more still than sparkling. It was sparkling when I poured it out, but and then it went quite flat quite quickly. It was okay tasting. I mean, I'm no cider expert, I've got to be honest. You know, does it taste good? Yeah, it tastes good. Would I have it again? I don't know, you know, it's not really my cup of tea. Noisy bleeder in the background. So out of 5 then. Like I said, middle of the road, so it deserves a middle of the road review for me. Out of 5, about 3.8 out of 5. Yeah, it was decent, but overall, for me, nothing special really, but it was decent enough. And that's it for this beer review, cider review. Thanks for watching, thank you for subscribing, and see you soon. Stay safe.